Actually, the models that are referred in that PDF we don't have. So I was not able to do this exercise on Tuesday and
Okay.
Wednesday. So that is one
Which
the models that they are referring.
models, but which section you? So I think you started creating the models, right?
No. Models are directly referred here, I think.
Okay.
No, then other one, right? Okay.
The other one, yes, that's what I say. That's a little older one, but this is the one which you have to use. And similar planning overview, similar thing you can refer to here, and then you have to create yourself. That's what was the ask. Like I mean to say, suppose here some of the model is not there, right?
Mhm.
You need to refer to that similar piece and do it. So this is your advanced that one, the first one I gave it to you, which is of 73 pages. That is your baseline. That is your model you created. Then after that, you can create stories and similar data action points, or like things like that, planning sequence and all those things you can create. So that
Okay.
was the purpose.
Let me see. Yeah, planning overview, right?
Yeah, the first one is the planning overview. Yes, correct. Which is supposed to be looked at from the perspective of reference.
Okay, actually, we even dimensions and like measures definition were not there, right? So actually, we were not able to practice that planning overview.
Okay. But are we done with this advanced module?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you can start creating a story.
Okay.
And then once you created the story, then you will see, right, that you are able to do all those steps, right? That is there here in this, the overview, everything that you can do there from the story point of view. So if you see, right, first things that they are asking here, for example, to insert a chart or numeric pointer, right?
Mhm.
Instead of operating expense ratio, you can take your own measure from that model. You're getting my
Okay.
point.
Okay.
That's how you have to correlate and you can practice.
Okay.
That's the purpose of giving it to you, like so that you can correlate and practice. Otherwise, this model I have not supplied. This model data and everything I have not supplied. Yes, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we can do this in this call, right?
Yeah, we can. But any other question that you guys have, so that I can address them first, and then you can go into the discussion, like practice.
Actually, I have done that exercise,
Hmm,
so it was very straightforward, right? No
hmm.
question from that exercise.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
only
so
like I just I learned from that exercise that I knew
hmm,
like we can import the planning data also. Uh,
correct.
yeah, so that was a different experience for me for in that exercise.
Correct. Right. So yeah, in general, I mean to say it's not related to planning. In general, also, like if you have any question related to planning, not non-planning or SSE, that we can address.
Can you show us like if any financial planning exercise as a sample or a template is available in SSE, like supplied by third
I
party?
think we are not able to show it to you because it's a standard, it's a licensed version, a non-licensed version. So when you have a licensed version, there is something called content network. Okay. In
Yeah.
that content network, there would be a story, a financial planning and analysis, which is given by SAP itself. So that story is itself can give you everything. Okay, so that is the standard story that has given by SAP, and there you can have that details. I hope you guys aware of what is content network. No.
Yep,
What
content
is
network like basically that is a placeholder for publishing and sharing the story, right?
No, content network is something like where SAP standard stories, SAP standard models, SAP standard dimensions is being provided by SAP. Along with that, there is a provision that the third party vendors who are associated with SAP, they can also publish it provided SAP grants that. Okay. So
Okay.
and then you can use it in your storyboard, or your entire SSC pieces. Suppose it's basically a standard content. Okay. So generally the practice is in SAP's every tool, whatever tool SAP has, like whether it's a S4 HANA, BW4 HANA, anything, SAP always gives a lot of standard things. Okay. So
Mhm.
similarly in SSC also, the content network is somewhere where you will get all the standard pieces together, and then you can import it. Okay, and then you can start using that provided your model and everything matches to that standard. Okay. So it is, and this is the first thing. Along with that, there are many third-party contributors to SAP like Infosys, TCS, Accenture, or anybody, or Entity Data, or something like that. Lot of third-party provider also gives their content into that, and SAP reviews those and then publish it into the content network. Okay, so that's how the content network is, and in the content network, all those content are basically stored, and as and when you require something, then you can install and reuse that. So similarly, for the planning, there are one or two stories are there, which is called financial planning and analytics from SAP. I will not be able to show it to you because the content network is not here. So you will be able to download, import that content into your SSC tenants. So it will take some 5 to 6 minutes, 7 minutes to import that. Everything will get imported and it will start showing it in the public folder. Let me see if, yeah, you can see, right, SAP content here. So I don't think the anybody has installed the this is the default one coming in, right, which is being in SAP open SAP things. But similarly here, if you see, there are a lot of SAP content. Like similarly, there would be a financial planning and analytics, right? So that you can already use.
Okay.
Let me check. This is not a planning one. This is a not planning one. This is not a planning one. So this is the forecast chart time series. This is not a planning one. Let me check if there is any planning already. I have. I don't think planning one is anybody installed. I think it's just it's the same. Now these are analytics dashboards. These are not planning. So yeah, so basically you have to come to this here. There would be an option called content network, and from content network you need to install it. But unfortunately, this is a trial version, right? They will not allow us to install that. So when you go inside, there would be two options like third-party contents and the content network from SAP. So you can choose the tabs, and accordingly you can choose the story, and it'll start. You can install it. Okay, and then you can start using that.
Okay.
Okay, so these are all whatever I have right now here from the SAP content is all non-planning stories. I think this is the one. Okay, let me check. This could be stock planning. This is a workforce planning. This is not a financial planning. Probably probably this could help you. Yeah, this is a planning story. You can see this is a content network planning story, which is here. You can see right here staff planning, and this only one tab is there. So job level 1 to 5. Okay, what is the actual QA and all? This is the forecasted value, right? You can see that. And what is the WBS element at which you are? WBS element is something like very specific to SAP work breakdown structures. Okay, and then you have a major input controls here. If you see, it will change accordingly. And this is the forecast you are generating. Black ones are actuals. So this is how you can denote also, like the dark colors are actuals and gray color is forecast, right? If you see here, this is the content network dashboards by SAP. Okay, but in real time, this is simple one. In real time, there would be many tabs. Like if you go to the financial planning analytics, there would be many. This is the workforce planning. So there are not much to do, and you can see these are all. I think these are all overview, and then resource planning. If you see, it will take you to the different pages, right? If you see here, and then what are the resources? How So if you wanted to plan for a particular resource, that also will be possible, right? You can see here. And then the below it is giving like resource categories, cost rate and labor cost. What is the cost of the resource and the standard market cost? Okay, and then that's correlation.
Okay.
Okay.
So like we have one tab, right? Add resource there, right? The top. So that will add the resource, right?
Yeah. So if you wanted to
So it
add
will add
resources,
the resource to both the actuals and plans.
yes. So if you see here, add resources here, right? These are the different options out there. I think there would be some. Just a sec. Let me check. I need to check how this dashboard works. So suppose if I give managing consultant, okay, I think here you can plan. You can
Plan
change the
only,
version.
right?
You can
Yeah.
change the version and then you can plan. the resource
You cannot
costing.
put it in actuals, right?
Yeah, so basically you can plan, you can give all the costing details. Not, you cannot add the detail resources. Probably add resources mean you are basically using the resource working days, you are not adding the resource itself, like the plan around the resource is already there. So how many days of work he is doing.
Okay, okay.
Okay, that's how you can do. Okay, so these are the resources under the managing consultant level, and these resources you can keep on adding some numbers. You can see, right, forecasted value 34 days, say, for example, and things like that, right? The moment you enter that the public version for the data, it is getting changed, right? You can add those and things like that. So 2021 got changed. Q2 he might be again doing 67 days, say, for example, right? It's got changed, right? You can plan it around from here. Then if you go, so these is basically a coherent story, right? From overview to the resource planning to the add resource, we add the hours of the resource, and then the cost assignment. Okay, where you'll do the cost, and then the cost charging. Okay, then I'll go to the cost assignment. Is one by one.
How they put this tab, right? Text box
So
or
this is a text box, and in which they have the data actions and all those embedded.
insert the images and all,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. So you can see, right, the internal cost forecast for Q4 came in here, some dummy values. Then comes to the cost charging. So it will give you the actual amounts. You can see the actual amount, total charges. Okay. So if you start planning in this way, it will give you, these are an actual forecasted value if you see, but this is your non-forecasted value. Okay. So that way you can do, right? So based on the resources, how should, I think this is every story, right? Like if you see here the story, every story has a help document. Okay, every story has a help document, and that help document is basically, tells you what the story is all about. So right now this story has also will have a help document, and you can tell, but this is more of a resource planning overview, from the overview to resource planning to the resource addition, then cost assignment, and then cost charging to whom? To the customers, based on the resource allocated to your project. That's how it should be. So you can, if you see WBS element is there. There might be different WBS element. So this is just JLA1, JLA2, JLA5. You can plan it for one particular JLA gel. Okay, and accordingly the data field will be filtered. So WBS element is always associated with a project. So the way SAP works, there is a project, then the WBS element, then the resource, then the planning.
Hey, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training? That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features? Bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
Okay, that's how the hierarchy. So in that way you can do that.
So like when we click on tab, right? Any tab like add resource, cost assign.
Mm, mm,
So the screen is appearing, right? So the
mhm.
corresponding screen is appearing. So they have used the linked analysis for that.
Yeah. So they have some link. That's how it is going. Even I can see, right here, I cannot change anything. Design option is not there,
No,
right?
but
Edit.
we should be able to see the functionality.
No, but standard content you will not be able to change.
Okay.
Anything that is standard you cannot change. You
No,
cannot.
not change. We at least we can see the configuration.
No, no, it will not. You have to go to the help document of the SAP's help document, and you have to read that help documents. Okay, you have to read that help documents. You cannot literally change it. You just only will be that's why the design tab is like taken out. So the concept is very simple. Like if you are having like what do you call SAP, when it gives the standard content, use as it is. You cannot change. Use as it is. So that's the concept. Okay. So if anything needs to be changed, anything you find difficult, if difficult in the sense, there might be a lot of times happens, right? There are certain things which are not correctly developed by SAP. As a developer or as a consultant, we find a lot of things like that is being we did not do that. Okay, so then you have to raise a basis note to SAP. SAP will correct their code, and then it can be used again. Okay.
So help document are in the same folder, or
No, you need to search in Google saphelp.com. There is a website called saphelp.com, sap.help.com, and there you can search by SSE and then come to the stories and all, right? There you will find it. Okay, or otherwise you can go here also, you can find browse from here.
only this?
Those are the other options. Okay, anything else? Any other question?
Can you show us value driver tree?
Just a second. So you know the concept of value driver tree? What is value driver tree first before I start on that?
Yeah, actually we know we had a session with Tarun, but I need to recollect. Akshi, do you have high level idea about it?
Anybody can give it a try.
I remember that was like tree, like a representation of the models, like stories and all.
So value driver tree basically helps you in what if analysis,
Okay.
right? It basically helps you in what if analysis mainly. Now, so basically if you change something at the lower level, how it will look like in the higher level or something like that. Or if you change any values in the lower level, then how it will look like in the higher level. That's the way. That's the reason behind value driver tree. So let me just quickly go to, give me a minute, go to the presentations, and let me first show you the presentation so that I can correctly explain it to you. Okay, give me a minute. Yeah, so can you see?
Yeah, we can see.
So you can see that value driver trees let you take a driver based planning model and turn it into a streamlined visualization. Okay, so if you wanted to achieve any what if analysis, right, then this value driver tree is very helpful. Okay, so like say for example, I'll give you some example. In what scenario value driver tree can be useful? Can anybody try to tell in what scenario it will be the value driver tree can be useful? Because first definition, if you see the definition, it gives you a what if analysis, right? For example, here example also given, you are discussing now how vulnerable your business to raw material prices or which product line to grow over the next few years to increase the profitability at the most. Okay, so this is a scenario, right? In what scenario, like, can you correlate to the scenario? Yes or no? You are not able to understand what is the use case here. So I said, like, as I said, value driver T is basically used for what if analysis, right? Basically used for what if analysis. Now what will happen, like, if my raw material prices increase or decreases, then what is my profitability increase and decrease? So cost will be, if I'm in a manufacturing industry, then if my cost of raw material increases, then automatically my revenue will decrease, profitability will decrease, right? Are we aligned till this point? Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Yeah, so are you aligned with that? This is the scenario, right?
Yes.
When you are in, so if you wanted to do like on your so basically what happens, right? I'll tell you. In a literal scenario, when the planner start doing planning, before even doing the planning, they have to understand all the business factors, right? So for example, you are having a manufacturing, you are say you are Tata Motors, right? So in the Tata Motors, like, if you go if they first do a manufacturing of the set for nano car in Gujarat, they have to understand what is the Gujarat economic condition, whether the raw material can be supplied properly or not, all those things, right? You are aligned to those fact. And the raw material price maybe in Gujarat is lower than whatever they are in other location. Now in Gujarat, the say for example, the raw material cost increases, the steel cost increases because of the taxation. Then if we wanted to simulate that scenario, then already this value driver T will come into picture. So every business, and I'm talking you in terms of the business scenario so that you can remember it. Every business, whether it's a manufacturing, non-manufacturing, or retail, IT and all, is surrounded by a lot of external and internal factors of business, right? Say for example, IT business. It depends on the resource quality. It depends on like infrastructure of the internet network, right? Things like those. I'm giving you an example. Say for example, if you are retail industry, it also depends on GDP, populations, and like how much throughput you will get through in the market. So Amazon is coming up through a different app. Say for example, how much throughput you will get, how many internet users are there. So these are different business factors, right? And if this business factor incorporated into the planning model, then you will be mostly reaching to the closest planning possible, right? Planning always differs from actual mostly. Are you guys aligned with this fact? What I plan may not be actual.
Yes.
Right? So I plan I will go to market. It may happen I fell ill. It may differ. Similarly, if an organization plans for a revenue of $2,000, it may happen that they end up in doing $2,500, or may end up doing only $1,800. It all depends, right? So this on what it does this depends. This depends on those external and internal factors of business. Every business has an internal and external factor, right? Now, if every business has an external and internal factor, before the planner comes, planner wants to know what if I increase my cost of material for 2%? What is the effect in my profitability analysis? Profit. What if I decrease my taxation by 0.1%? What is my profit? Right? What if I sell? If you are doing inventory planning, what if I sell 20 extra material? What would be my revenue generated, and what would be my inventory stocks? So these what if analysis is helpful for is achieved through value diversity. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
So those drivers, you change the values of those drivers, and accordingly you will be able to see the result automatically based on the business rule that you have set. Okay, so that's the purpose of value diversity. Does it make sense?
Yeah. So that is also very important for the planner.
Yes, exactly. So basically, see, I'll tell you, there are organizations who came up with the concept before SAP came, right? Before SAP has given the value diversity as an option, and they are very clever. SAP is very clever, in terms of like whatever business is doing, with this what if analysis, they have implemented through a tool called value diversity. It can itself be a solution. Now you can think of it a little bit wider, like before the planner also differs. Like one planner can be just responsible planning. Somebody is a super user in planner, right? Or a master planner who can do planning very well. Okay, or maybe a CFO level people will do planning in such a way, our accountant will not do the planning in the same way, right? So what if you give with them a situation like, okay, consider all the business factors, see do what if analysis, also choose your algorithm to understand, predict your planning. This is a very interesting use case. So if you have the actual data, you have the drivers of business, and you do one thing, right? You just change the driver value and see what if analysis, and then on that what if analysis you run the predictive algorithm to predict your plan. This is a use case. You can always do that. Instead of the planner guessing the number through their own calculation, the predictive model will give you the numbers. If you run a time series on top of the what if analysis data, it will tell you, okay, next 5 quarters, this is the planned value, this is the revenue you can generate. And the more accurate the model is for your prediction, more accurate result will come, right? This is how it should be.
Okay.
This is a very interesting use case, and it could be a solution for a project itself. It's not so easy. Sounds like very easy. Sounds like you can implement the value diversity in 2 minutes in SSE. But there are a lot of things you need to think about. Okay, what are the external or internal factors I should consider for my business? Will I consider external factors is not in your hands? Like GDP inflation is not in your hands. Sales tax is not in your hand. What is in your hand? Raw material supply, quality of raw material. Okay, labor skill set index. Those kind of things in your hand. In IT business, you can say like internet efficiency, or you can say like skill set efficiency, right? Or you can say infrastructures. reusable components. Those could be your factors of business, right? And those factors of business can be incorporated in your financial planning model if you are doing it of financial planning for an IT firm. But you cannot consider always the external factors like GDP inflation, because that is not in your hand. That is in the population's in the government's hand. At least you can take your internal factors. And I am telling you a very wider picture. When you create the value driver tree, it might not be that wider. You can just only wanted to see, okay, if I change my cost of material by 2%, what is my profit? Which is very simple. If I change my taxation by 2%, what is the impact? That's what the uses of value driver tree. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Here it says like this is how the value driver tree looks like, right? If you see here, why use value driver trees? Graphical planning simulation. So these are the nodes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay. If you change any of these value, automatically the other values will get changed. So you have basically defined the value driver in terms of which particular KPI depend on which particular KPI. So you can see this here. There he has taken the market growth index of the growth index. Now market growth index, basically, if you change here, automatically quantity sold will be changed, because your market growth index is high, then you will be selling more. But if it is low, then you will be selling less. So automatically your quantity will be shifted, and that will impact the gross sales, and that will impact the net sales. What if it can be this is the way of thing. It can be set in a different way also. You can keep your net sales here, and then you can see what is my market index goes supposed to be. Or maybe you can change it here and then see that what is, if I target a net sales of 2000 US million dollar, then okay, this is my this this is the marketing growth index has to be set. And you can see it is across time granularity. It is possible across the time granularity. Okay, so this is why we can use these what if analysis. If you wanted to do, then the value driver trees are very important for you. So any planner, before doing the planning, they would like to do that what if analysis, because they cannot take always calculative guess. So better not to take a calculative guess, better dependent on the tool, better dependent on the data, and then you take the more more conscious guess rather than the calculated guess. You're getting my point. This is the purpose of value driver tree. Okay, now if I come to like SSE, where from you can create the value driver tree, you can create in the story. But there is also a button should come here which is called processes, and therefore you can also create. Okay, so there should be a button. This is the license version again, right? There is a process.
Data action is there.
No,
I can see
data. This is the data action you can create. An allocation you can create.
but I am getting it in my trial version.
Okay, then I don't know. Like I might be using a different one. Can you share your screen?
Can you go to more?
Oh yeah, it is there. You can see. Right. So say for example, create a new story. So earlier this was class. These things gets changed, right? Again and again. And then you have to like basically earlier this was all classified under one tab called process. Okay. So under the process, you will be seeing the value driver tree, like being done. Okay. Here it is value driver tree. Okay. Create a new value driver tree or display existing value driver tree. You see, there is one value driver tree already created. I'm just showing it to you for understanding. Oh my god, this is a bigger one. Okay, let me see. Pretty big one. This is a standard one. Let me save it. Yeah. You can see it here, right? So these are the different things. So you can see here, this is cogs. I think I need to zoom in. I think you can see these are the different KPIs being used here, right? If you see, it's complete PNL KPIs. If you see, right? 3D revenue, cogs of the direct material, cogs of the product design, cost of goods sold for product packaging, shipping and handling, finished goods, and things like that, right? So these are the different KPIs is been considered to ultimately achieve here HR recruitment cost, material revenue, okay, the net revenue and all those things to reach here operating income ultimately. This is what is been calculated here. So if you see all these parameters have been taken into account, and it automatically calculates ultimately the operating income. So this is the purpose of value diversity. It can be a page in your planning process.
Can we delete any of the process from here?
No, it depends. Why will you delete it? It depends on your business driver. Like your this is completely dependent on your business factors. As I said, you cannot, if say operating income. So again, like let me go back one step. Net, if your operating income dependent on 5 multiple factors or 5 multiple other KPIs, if you include only 4, then that operating income calculation will be wrong, right? You cannot just delete on the fly. This is a standard one, you cannot delete. But if you create a custom one, once you want it, what are the different KPIs should be considered will be defined by the business, not the technical persons. You're getting my point?
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you are doing a value driver, you just cannot create, okay, net sales is equals to quantity into price. You cannot tell that. That formula has to come from the business of the organization. They will be telling you that how should you calculate, and then accordingly you will have to set your value driver tree. Now, generally the planners or the if you talk about the business, they are aware of it because they are from the business side of the people. We are the technical side of the people. Now, with experience, you may come to know, but it is always better in your real-time project to get it confirmed through business, because these are the chartered accountants will know how. So like you can, like if you get your form 16, right? If you get your form 16, you know that what is your gross income, what is your deductions, and what is your rebates, and what is your ultimately the net tax payable. You have a formula. That formula has to be known by you. Then only you can create the correct value driver tree. Okay. Then you can change. Okay, my gross income I increased by 2%. Okay, my gross income depends on the salary I'm getting per month, and I increase my gross income. Then I would like to know what is my tax, what is my net payable tax. So if you wanted to keep your net payable tax as the lowest node here, highest node could be your gross income, and then the deductions you can change. Then you can see what if analysis, how much tax you are ending up paying. Got my point? But then you cannot just arbitrarily set those pieces. You have to set it according to the formulas. Okay. Does it help to understand what is value diversity, in what scenario you will be using? Very important to know all the scenarios. Like it's not like I know how to do it, but also to know in what scenario I will be using what feature of SSC. Even for not only SSC, any tool for that matter. So this is the tool. Value diversity will help you to analyze different KPIs based on the minute changes or what if processes. That's the purpose of this value diversity. Any question on this?
Can you create one from the existing planning model?
I don't have a planning model here. Just a second. I have not created anything. So that's the problem. That's why I showed you the
Okay. What should be the name?
technical name.
Select a model. Let me select some planning model. Okay. Open SAC4. Huh? Why it is not showing? I am selecting the model, right? Okay. Let it create.
No, you will be able to select actual model first, because your what if analysis will run on actuals mostly, right?
I think it is asking for something else.
Do you have a model ready? I think the planning model will not show. Just take from samples. Oh, you have got it? Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to give a date range first. For which date range you wanted to use this value diversity. Calculation period. So you can see 2017 to 2024 got generated. Take a smaller range, I would say.
Okay. Why it is not changing here?
Just take 2 years, 2019 to 21. Okay, now go to the default presentation period.
Default calculation period.
Presentation below.
Okay.
What is the range it is showing?
Year.
2019 to 2021. Now go scroll down.
Oh, okay.
I do not have the annotate button here. So here you have to change it. Yes. Now you can see. Now you can, first of all, you can give a title to that, what you are showing there.
Here.
Yes. They're untitled, right? That is, you can give a title, note title. Yes. And then there is this button, right? If you see at the top.
Here. Okay. Do we need to add the account as well, right?
Yes. Definitely you have to give the KPI, right? Which you wanted to do. I think, yeah.
Okay, good. Net revenue. These are the filters, right?
So that you can identify which node is that.
Why and why? Huh?
No, I'm saying that your node name should be given as the same name as the KPI, so that you can identify that which KPI for which you are created this node.
Okay.
Right?
But here we don't. Okay, we can type it as well.
No, in the note column, here. I cannot annotate it. Yeah. So this is the heading coming, right, in the financial year VDT, if you see.
Then next, examine.
Yes. Now you have to, you can examine, but you have to also like start adding other nodes, right? You cannot just examine means you will just examine in the data, right?
Mhm.
But you have to correlate with other. So gross profit is dependent on which all the other things, right? So that you need to do. That. So if you open
Where?
hold on. If you open the account again,
This one.
no. Yeah. So here, can you go to the settings? Can you go to the settings at the right corner? No.
There is setting.
Click on the gross profit or click on this button. I cannot annotate. Just a sec. Let me see if I can annotate. There should be an option called annotation, but I can annotate you to understand. In Zoom, there is an annotation option, right? I can show it to you. So if you go to the third option, right here on the screen, after the plus button on the top, after the plus button, left at the top, plus button, there is the plus button. There is after that there is an option, right. Yes, autocomplete. Click on that. Yes. Now here from you select. Okay, just select the node that you wanted to calculate. Go below. Okay. So balance sheet you open. Balance sheet. No. Open it. Total asset you open.
Yeah.
Open the node. Completely open the node. I just wanted to see where from you got that gross profit.
I think we can add all this, right?
You can add all this, but that is not dependent, right? There is independent. Your only operating income is dependent. Can you go to open operating income? Yeah, there you go. Can you click on the gross profit? Just click on the gross profit. Here you can clear cost of goods. Here you can clear right side. You can clear the selections. Yes. Now say okay. See your value driver T automatically came on the right side. If you go there, you have to scroll down. And yeah, so your value driver T automatically gets created. So basically, gross profit is dependent on so many other nodes. That's why it automatically got created. Stop the examine button. Yes, right. You can see.
So
right?
how we can change it, right?
You cannot change it here because you have given the time horizon. Why you have given the time horizon, right? And after the time horizon, for that time horizon, this dependency got created, right?
Okay.
And
you were saying like if we will change any value, right, it will show how it is impacted.
So that you need to do when you are doing the planning version.
Okay. So
Now
in the planning model, when we are creating the planning story, right?
Yes.
There we can add the value driver tree, right?
Correct. Exactly. When you are doing the what if analysis in your story, then only you will be able to change. When you will be able to allow it to see.
So it can be a different, right? A different page on the story, right? For value.
Yes,
driver.
it can be a different page. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. It can be a different page. And you can include that for the what if analysis. It can be also in the same page with a smaller granularity. It depends on how you wanted to design. Okay. So basically, this is how you will create the value driver. So this is for you have created for the gross profit. You can take a smaller node and you can experiment around that.
Okay.
So if you click on this button, like this elongated button, it will further maximize. Yes. Click on this examine button at the top. Yes. So it got maximized, right? If you see, you can just click on plus button at the bottom so that it will increase. Yes. Now you can see it better, right? You can see, right? Gross profit is dependent on, first of all, it depends on cost of goods sold, and on the top, net revenue. Net revenue depends on discounts and sale allowances. And
So
on the top.
Okay. So when we created this model, we we have mentioned all these in the discount hierarchy, right? Or level-based hierarchy.
Yes, that KPIs already automatically you have said this is not a hierarchy. This is a dependent KPIs, right? That structure has been already there, right? Your PNL structure is already there. I'm not sure if you are so your PNL structure is there. Based on that PNL structure, it got so your gross profit is dependent on net revenue dependent on discounts. If you go scroll up, we will see what is the other option. Similarly, your cost of goods will depend on raw material, labor, purchase price variance, and all those things. So this is the driver through which you are seeing. I don't know like if this model that you have chosen have data or not. It otherwise 2019 to 2021 it has data or not. It would have shown the data below that particular period
in this grid area.
in this grid area. Correct. You can copy a node and branch, and you can do anything that you want.
Okay.
So once you save this value driver tree, then you will have to go to the story, and in that story there you will insert the value driver tree, and you will choose an existing value driver tree to insert that. Okay. So suppose you save it.
Can we
And
delete this node? So if we want
there
to
is a delete button at the
this
top
node,
come. Delete button at the top come. You can see once you select a node, there is a delete button coming, and yeah.
we can also add, right?
Yes, you can also add.
Okay, actually, I am not sure in which folder this.
What sets ZaranTech apart in SAP corporate training? It's our unique blend of expertise and innovation. We offer customized courses tailored to each client's needs, ensuring relevant, targeted learning. Our vast trainer database brings you wisdom from the best in the field. Need resources? Access our extensive training material repository anytime. We are all about measurable results, providing detailed student metrics to track progress. And we don't just teach, we build community. Join our thriving social media network, connecting learners beyond boundaries. With ZaranTech, you are not just training, you are transforming your SAP expertise.
Actually, it was not showing any KPI values for you. Probably that period does not have any data. That's why.
This was the changed by what is this? Deleted?
I'm not sure. No, not here. You have to insert into a story. This is the model.
No, actually, I was looking the period where data is available.
Okay.
2017. Can we change it?
Yeah, go back. Go back to the time and model. Reduce the 2017 to 18. Even in the below also. The currency conversion failed. There is currency conversion. It is giving the currency conversion failed, right? That's why it is not coming. Can you save and come back to this value driver tree once? There is a currency conversion issue happening in your model.
I think this is by default, right? I didn't create it.
I think there is a failure happening in the currency conversion. If you see that error coming, right?
Yeah.
Go back.
Here.
No, in the other tab. Yeah, save it, and come back, and let's see what is the issue. Yeah, so just open that VDT one.
This one, right?
Yes, that is the one you created, right? Yeah. Go to the calculation once more. Let's see what is happening.
No, why it came? Okay.
Okay, consumption. Click on consumption. Okay, you can give this actual forecast. You just make it focused and save it once more. Run some simulations. Heavy model.
Can we select the actuals and run simulation?
No, actuals you don't need to run. Okay, let's do that. See, it said could not convert euro to USD. There is some currency conversion issues here.
I think we need. Okay.
There is some issue. All needed tags, categories, and version are the rate table. Rate table needs to be updated. I think the standard rate table is not updated for that date, 1/3/2018. Can you make only 2017? Let's see. In the time model. Yeah, in the below as well. Saved. Got saved, but it is not. But anyway, let's go to the model. Go to not model. Go to the store. Insert this value driver into a story. Let's see it is allowing you to insert the numbers or not.
Create new story, huh?
Just create a story and then try to add a value driver tree. That existing value driver tree here plus value driver tree. Yes. Just see that VDT1 came. Yeah.
Transform.
Yes. Auto create value driver from. There is some issue. Set up a default configuration to that numbers did not come now. That's why it is causing the problem. Okay. Just select gross profit at the top. Operate after operating income. Or say okay. Yeah. So save this story. It's still calculating. I think it will fail.
Veritas, it was in SAC planning, huh? No.
Anywhere you can save the story. Story doesn't needs to be saved in any particular location. Still calculating. When you go to the view mode, so when it's still calculating, I think there is some issue with the model. So when you go to the view mode, right? You click on view, and then you click on that plus button. Increase it. There is no numbers coming in. So here actually the numbers will show. Right click on that on gross sales for example. Is it allowing to right click? No, it's not. Numbers are not story. So if you right click on that, there will be a slider button will come. Okay, the slider button will allow you to adjust the numbers for that, and accordingly all the others drivers which are dependent, or all the other KPIs which are dependent on this particular KPI will get changed. Okay, that is not coming right now because of the data issue or the conversion issue. Maybe you can try with a different model and then you will see that a slider will come. That slider will adjust you, allow you to adjust 5%, 10%, or 2% like that, percentage wise. Then, or suppose you are changing right now the pricing actuals, right? Automatically your discounts, automatically your net revenue, automatically your gross profit will get changed, and it will show you in a highlighted manner what are the KPIs got changed.
Okay.
That's the way you can see it.
I think okay, good.
Just give me a minute.
Why it was not showing our models?
Yeah, Pawan. Sorry, I missed the last conversation.
Why it was not showing our?
So because your conversion was not happening, so that's the numbers why it is not coming. So maybe we'll have to check that.
No. We see it was showing like these models, right? But it was not picking our models, planning models.
Okay, can you go once more? Let me see.
We go here. It was there in public. See, it is picking all these, right? It is not showing that one.
Okay, I need to check that.
Yeah, it is showing this planning model, right? But it is not showing our planning model. You can see this. This is the planning model, right?
This is the standard one.
Yeah. Then why it is? Do we need to, configure something that our model should also show? Should be visible in value driver T?
Where exactly you have saved that model? Is it in the public folder? Can you move it to the public folder and check?
Okay, maybe that can be the reason, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why that could be a reason. Yes.
Okay, we will check with this, first.
Yeah.
Okay, 2018, and we need to select data source node, right? Oh, sorry, count.
No, not from here. Not from here. Can cancel at the top if you wanted to bring. Yeah. Autocomplete all the dependent KPIs. Then from there.
Okay, right? Okay.
Yes. Delete that node. You just bring the gross sales. You have to bring what is your now the number came, right? If you see 2018, right? But you have to
okay, we need to gross sale quantity, price, discount, right?
And net sales. You just choose net sales, right? Yes. So you just change the node, assign the node quantity to the gross sales and price. No, here in the panel.
Here.
Yeah.
How?
Just drag to just arrange it first, or maybe do one thing. What is the bottom node it is coming? There are two nodes got connected, right?
Price, yeah.
No. Below that there is another node.
Discounts.
I think it did not get connected properly. So just remove all these. Just select gross sales and net sales for your understanding right now. This has to be actually do it in the hierarchical manner. Just create gross sales and net sales. Yes, and net sales. Yes, right. You remove all the other nodes. Click, not right click. Select and delete. Yeah. Say for example, this is your use case. Save it and just go back, insert into a story for now.
Let me create.
Go to edit mode.
Let's create.
Add a consumption node. View. Yes. First save it.
But we have added that, right?
No, here you have to give the node, right? Actuals or forecast. Just give the forecast here, or plan. Maybe you can give plan also. Run a simulation. After that,
run simulation.
Can you select other version?
Can we type?
No, you cannot type. Go to calculations.
Why it is asking this?
Go to list of nodes first. List of nodes. Yeah, just try to see in the calculation tab. Are you seeing the nodes now? Yeah. Net sales, gross sales. Okay, it's coming. Okay. List of nodes also there. Node details. Go to node details on the right side. Okay, that's fine. Simulation. Okay.
Let me run on actual. Can we change it now, right?
Yeah. Just save it.
I think these are the calculated values, right? Gross sales.
Yes.
We would not be able to change. We can change the percentage, right? We can add one more node.
No, you can change the percentage there itself. If it is
that is a different field here.
No, that's the discount percentage. Yes. So your net sales is dependent on discount and gross sales. That's how it is being defined right here.
Yeah.
So you can change gross sales to see that how the net sales is happening. Can you right click on the gross sales? Is there any scroll bar coming? It should actually give you a horizontal bar. No, I think if you click on the KPI below 3199.02 there.
199.02.
The number in million USD.
Okay, yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Is it giving you? It's not giving you that, right? The scroll bar. Go back to the story. It should give you a scroll bar to change your number.
I think we need to publish it, right?
Yeah, publish that. Publish and leave because it got calculated. Coming to your story, it's not allowing you to choose that. There is some settings we are missing. If you go to VDT2, your calculations.
Do we need to do something here?
You just run the simulation here once more.
Actuals or forecasting?
Actuals, you run on actuals. Go to calculation tab. Yeah. So now go to node details and the simulation and formatting one by one. Can you run it for any other different version? It should actually give you a button to change the numbers here, percentage numbers.
Can we change it in a story or here only?
Yeah, you can change it in the story.
I think that's what I'm saying, because these are, not editable. Discounts will be calculated on the discount percentage.
Can you check in the discount you are getting that line? Click on that. Here you will not get in the story. You will get that.
Can we add a discount percent also?
You add it, yes.
Or quantity?
You add it.
Maybe they are not connected, but like they will impact, right?
Yes.
See, now it is giving dependency, gross sales, discounts.
Correct.
Can we edit it now?
No, you cannot edit here. You have to edit in the story.
Then
So that's why it is very important to set these parameters correctly. What is dependent on what.
can we change quantity? Okay, then let me save it. See, if you will see node details, these are comings, right? That means these are the changeable, right? Editable. Okay.
So only thing that you are not getting is that horizontal bar. Actually, you should get it here. So I think this is something related to
I think
settings.
now we will get it, because these are not calculated field, right? Why it is coming like that?
There is some issue with the model, probably the setup. Just yes, enable the new features. For new features while designing the viewing,
Why we need to create something we are missing? So if you are selecting discount percentage, discounts is already.
just run it for this. Just give it some time. Yes, the number came right. Now we go to the save the story. Save the story first. Now you go to the view mode. Just see that if you're getting that code. Yeah, there you go.
Because
Right?
see, now you can. Why now it is coming on gross sales as well, right?
Because that's what I was trying to say, right? Your net sales is basically driving your gross sales is driving the net sales. Your end node is net sales. So net sales also
No,
depends on
earlier why
gross.
maybe we are missing something, because when we create it, like auto create it, right? These are coming, right? But when we didn't create it, right? So auto create, these are not coming. Maybe we need to add the nodes, but we have already added node, right?
I think there is I think you need to select the entire KPI that
I
tree,
think
right?
we need to add the node here. Quantity.
You need to entirely choose the dependent KPI. Otherwise, it will not give you the proper value.
No,
So
how we can search it and add it here?
No, that's what I said. Like that, when you go to the calculation tab, it's autocomplete, right? That autocomplete you have to select. From there, you have to choose.
No, that is. But why they are not coming in that story? That is my question actually.
I understood, because if you are not giving your entire autocomplete structure, then the calculation will not happen properly, and that's why it is not able to read the entire tree structure. So your net sales is not only dependent on gross sales, right? It has one node has to be complete. Think about a hierarchy.
Let me so do one thing. Let me add everything, right?
Correct. I think this model is not correct. If you see, right, there is no dependent model is coming in. If you see right here, if you go to that autocomplete. So earlier, if your standard model, right, you were seeing that hierarchical structure. For those, that hierarchical structure is missing here. Your accounts are not set properly in this model. That's the reason. Your account should be set in a proper manner. So that's why income, expense, and their relationship has to be called out in the model properly, so that it gets into the hierarchical model, and then accordingly you will be able to choose the autocomplete
for this one. But why when we are doing it all, we have added everything, right? Till it is coming. We are clear with that, right? With autocomplete, huh? So we can remove this.
Transform. First transform. Auto create the value driver tree from model. Go click on that. We read it to second option. It has taken the things. Now you just give the nodes.
Okay, all.
Give it all. Okay. Let it calculate. Did the calculation completed?
Where is that? This one. Yeah.
Now you go to the view mode and see that.
Maybe in that. Oh, nodes were not coming. Okay.
Just change it percentage wise, then it will show you the dependent KPIs also getting changed. This is all haphazard. Like if you see, this is all haphazardly being added. But you have to have a node. Your accounts are Your accounts has to be set correctly done. Your accounts are not correctly set for this model. That's why it is coming like that.
What is this? Plus 5, 6.
Just drag that scroll bar at the top.
Okay.
Yeah. Say okay. See the changes are affecting dependent KPI.
Yeah.
So your accounts has to be set properly with the correct. And then if you wanted to publish this, you can publish it from the what if analysis.
Where is okay?
It doesn't have it changed. You have to give some time to calculate.
Story also we need to publish only, right?
The data you need to publish. So only thing that I am telling here that you need to set your accounts properly. That's why that when you create your account dimension, it is very important that you are following the right account path.
Yeah.
So that your dependent is called out properly.
Okay, then while creating the model, we need to clearly add the dependency there, right?
Yes. So basically your nodes, right? Your income should all in under the income. Your expense should all under the expense. Your asset should all in the asset. You cannot just so it's ultimately the GL accounts, right? In the real world, ultimately GL accounts. You cannot just keep a hierarchy node where your expense goes to your income, right? You have to create it in the proper manner, and that's where the business and the functional people will come into picture and tell you that okay, these are the things you need to do.
Okay, one more question. When we change the value, right? So in the story for value driver tree, right? So it was saved in the value driver.
No,
tree
it is a
or
temporary. It's a temporary calculation until you publish. It doesn't save into model.
Okay. Otherwise, it will be saved in the model, huh?
Once you publish, then it will get saved.
Okay. With a
Once
different
with the version that you are selecting. If you are running the version for forecast, it will save in the forecast version. If you're running it for the plan, it will get saved in the plan version.
It will change the existing values or
yes, it will change the existing value. It will overwrite for that combinations. It will automatically adjust it over the dimensions.
Okay, then two things, right? Either we can change in the planning value driver tree, or we can change it in the planning model itself also, right? Planning story.
Yeah, you can change in the planning story, but value driver trees gives you the more KPI based modeling, right? KPI, wow, the KPI happening, right?
Yeah,
how the KPI
like graphical representation.
Graphical representation and what if analysis. What if analysis, you can change again and change back and do that. But if you do in the planning version, like you will basically seeing across the dimensions.
Right. Yeah, but it's like a on aggregate values, right?
It is more. It is irrespective of the dimensions. Yes, irrespective of the dimensions.
Yeah. Okay, then it's fine.